vendetta. For complacency, gotta do better. And I spray like I got a Beretta. And the bullets inside of my head, they go. I use my tongue as a weapon. I use my lung and my breath is pushing out the effort. I'm best when I'm desperate and hungry and left to bogart you like Humphrey. Don't care if you love me. I'm doing something bigger than my situation. It's a journey, not a destination. Life is bigger than the issue making. It's still early, I ain't in the day yet. Take the systems and we gon' break them. Redefine all the rules they gave us. We gon' climb out from under basements to the roof. We gon' take our places. Cause I'm making the call. I ain't breaking the law. Get the people involved. And the city is ours. Yeah, we started a ruckus. Yeah, we started a ruckus. Ain't nobody can stop us. Yeah, we started a ruckus. And the city is ours. We started a ruckus. Yeah, we started a ruckus. Ain't nobody can stop us. Yeah, we started a ruckus. Yeah, we started a ruckus.
This match is scheduled for one fall. And introducing first from Hamilton, Canada, weighing at 200 and something pounds, Ethan Page. It's a new entranceway and a new WFA Live. And as scheduled, we have Ethan Page versus LA Knight for the first spot in the triple threat at Extreme Mania. Now this triple threat is for the All-American Championship, obviously Cypher being the champion. And Cypher said he was looking for someone to go against. And of course, LA Knight and Ethan Page were the two people to come out and tell Cypher that they wanted a title shot. And now we're here. The first person to get, the win here will be the number one spot. And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 200 and something pounds, LA Knight. And here comes LA Knight, the man who told Cypher straight and as it is, he doesn't have a sob story. He just has the determination. He has the stats. He has everything he needs to have this title shot. But again, Cypher told him, if you want to go against me at Extreme Mania, you've got to beat All Ego Ethan Page. You know what? LA Knight only had one word to say. Yeah. LA Knight versus Ethan Page in a number one contenders match next. Match is now underway. LA Knight gonna waste another second. Gonna go right after Ethan Page, right with those shots to the head. LA Knight sending Page back into the turnbuckle. And now here comes Knight, but Page gonna go under. Oh, gonna look for a roll up here, but LA Knight gonna stay put. Here comes Ethan. But again, LA Knight gonna reverse into a clothesline. LA Knight and Ethan Page, these two must want this title shot a lot. I mean, I don't know if they have the equal amount of wants, but I'm sure that they have a lot of it. These two were the first two to come out whenever Cypher said, I need a challenger. And so these two answered the call. They came out, had a little bit of a fight. And yeah, just started talking about some sob stories. And one thing led to another. And now we're here. Cypher said that these two men have a shot here. Here comes Ethan Page lifting up LA Knight into a power slam. And it's not enough to take down the megastar. Ethan Page being all ego, LA Knight being the megastar, having big names to follow up to. But here comes LA Knight getting a reverse into a power slam position, into a reverse power slam. A little bit something different here. Gonna show how defiant LA Knight is. He has it on his jacket whenever he comes out, the word defiant, because he is. He doesn't play by the rules. He doesn't do what people tell him to do. He just does this. Big knee to the back of the head of Ethan Page. You know, being defiant is a big word, and that's what LA Knight follows up in with everything he does. He doesn't follow the critics. He doesn't follow the game. He is the game. No reference to Triple H here, but here comes Ethan Page now, lifting up LA Knight into a Uranagi. A full Nelson Uranagi now. But Ethan Page has another plan. Up to the top rope. Ethan Page with a big splash. LA Knight still kicking out. You know, Ethan Page going for a lot of these pin counts here. That shows how determined he is to get this title shot. The first, slot of this triple threat. Now, Cypher did tell me backstage whenever I asked him, he said, LA Knight and Ethan Page are both great competitors. They're both people he could see beating him. And that's something not a lot of champions say. They don't say, oh, this person could beat me. This person could beat me. But Cypher, being a humble guy he is, just flat out said, LA Knight and Ethan Page are great competitors. So, really, LA Knight and Ethan Page have a lot to do here. And now, looks like Ethan's going to go for that ego's edge. Up onto the back of Ethan Page. LA Knight, scrambling to get off. And here comes LA Knight now. BFT from LA Knight. Blunt force trauma early in the match. And a kick out from LA Knight. Knight here trying to find something to do, trying to calculate something in his head. He says the curriculum is always the same. And really, he might have a point there. I mean, a lot of people do a lot of the same moves. But LA Knight tries to find something defiant, tries to find something different. But here comes Ethan Page now, going to slip out of it and going into an exploder suplex. Now Ethan looking for the twisted grin. Here comes LA Knight with the roll-up. LA Knight not able to get that there. But now, to a big stomp to the back of the head. LA Knight looking for another blunt force trauma. But Ethan Page gonna get out of it. Ethan Page with a twisted grin. But LA Knight's gonna roll out of the ring. That's a smart move from LA Knight. Ethan Page stumbling to get him back up. Trying to put him back into the ring. And it might be too late now. LA Knight with a kick out. You can see Ethan Page knowing exactly what happens. He knows that he took too long. LA Knight still on the ground here. From the twisted grin, he's probably in agonizing pain here. Oh, and now Ethan Page try to slam the head of LA Knight. But LA Knight now going to give him a taste of his own medicine. LA Knight with slamming the head of Ethan Page onto the turnbuckle. And here comes Knight with a neck breaker. Sending down Ethan Page. And now in the corner goes Page. Here comes LA Knight. Oh, but Page is going to catch him. Going to get caught into something he doesn't want to be caught on right now. On to the top of the turnbuckle. Down with a cross-armed, whatever that was. Hip toss. Now Ethan Page does this move often. A power slam from the top rope. A more hurtful version of what we saw earlier. Oh, but LA Knight going to tangle his way off. To untangle himself. And now has Ethan Page into checkmate here with only a Knight down with the twisting superplex. LA Knight holding the back there in agonizing pain. LA Knight sending Ethan Page into another neck breaker. LA Knight doing that infamous get up, whatever that is, rolling get up into a suplex now. What does LA Knight have planned here? He did not do that suplex for no reason. He has to have a plan. And it looks like it involves the people. LA Knight with an elbow. Springboard from LA Knight. Grabbing Ethan Page. But Ethan going to kick LA Knight in the midsection. Up onto the shoulders. Ethan Page. Ego's edge. But LA Knight kicking out. You know, no shade to Ethan Page or LA Knight, but this match has been a lot faster than I expected. I expected a little bit more of a torturous kind of match. Now, Ethan Page gonna pick up Knight onto the shoulders. LA Knight onto the shoulders of Ethan Page. What could Ethan be going for? I don't recall Ethan Page really doing this before, but LA Knight catching Page into the blunt force trauma. And he gets the first slot.
Suffer. I know you're listening backstage, so I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. It doesn't matter the other man is going to win. It doesn't matter how much you put on your face, because at Extreme Mania, there will be a new All-American champion. Because you'll know it, the other man will know it, the whole stadium will know it, and the whole world will know it. Because the curriculum is always the same, with everybody saying, yeah.
And it looks like the first spot at Extreme Mania will be filled with LA Knight.
Yeah, vendetta. Yeah, for complacency, gotta do better. And I spray like I got a Beretta. And the bullets inside of my head, they go. I use my tongue as a weapon. I use my lung and my breath is pushing out.